Hi again, this is Dr. Eric Thomas for Nutmeg and Middlesex Dermatology, talking this time about something that gets no respect. You know, there was a comedian who used that tagline, I don't get no respect. If warts could talk, they would channel Rodney Dangerfield, I think it is, and would say, we don't get no respect. Why not? Well, I think it's because they're really darn difficult to get rid of. I think it's so difficult that a lot of people try to avoid treating them. And there's a certain truth to the things that people say about it. Some people will say, oh, they'll go away on their own. Yeah, especially in childhood, there is a chance of that. Not a certainty, though. And it's especially difficult to treat children. We'll talk about the techniques in a minute. And another is, I get the unspoken feeling that some docs feel it's kind of beneath them to treat warts. I don't know why. They really are contagious. They can hurt if they're on the sole of the foot. And people can see them. So, you know, if you see somebody with bumps on the backs of their fingers, you're not going to like it. So what makes it difficult to get rid of warts? Well, first of all, they don't have roots in the sense that a tree has roots. They don't, I've taken off many warts, and they are sort of smooth or like a hemisphere at the bottom, so they don't penetrate like that. But I think that's used just as a technique of indicating that they tend to come back because they are caused, as you no doubt, hopefully know, by a virus. They are an infection, HPV or human papillomavirus. And if even one little particle is left behind, they will, guess what, come back. So there are limiting factors. There are a lot of ways to treat warts. And you know, anytime there are a lot of ways, you better believe that that's because not any one of them works 100% of the time. In no particular order, liquid nitrogen. I may do a little article on a little talk about liquid nitrogen. I may cut in a little freezing here and there. But liquid nitrogen has been done since the mid to early 1950s. It has a fascinating history, some of which I got to see firsthand. And I think I'll talk about that at a later date. Too much to do today. The advantages of freezing. Well, you can do many at one time. Hey, that's good because warts sometimes are 10 or 20 at a clip. It works pretty well. But if the warts are large, it's going to be a series of treatments. I've seen people who've come in and said, I had this wart frozen 4 times, it's still there. When I ask, okay, how long was it between each treatment? Oh, 3 months. They didn't have 4 treatments. In my book, they had 1 treatment because during that 2 or 3 month period, the wart would grow back. So if you do have a series of freezes, they really should be, you know, a couple of weeks apart probably, as often as you can tolerate it. The other thing is that, again, warts can be very deceptive. I've frozen warts, easier ones, not on difficult areas, where they have gone away with 1 freeze. That person goes away thinking, hey, warts are nothing. Well, blessings on them, good for them, but not everyone has that effect. Another way of treating warts, cutting them out. Well, it's fine if there's 1 wart, it's on a finger, someplace that's easy to get to. And yeah, that is what I would recommend, but not if you have a whole bunch of them. Then there are acids. This may surprise you, but I believe that go back 200-300 years in time, if you had someone, the town barber, who had a sharp knife and who had some acid, and if they carefully pared it down regularly, once a week, the results back then may have been just as good as we could do these days, because we don't see people frequently enough. One of the more interesting things, and it is quite new, and you have to see about insurance on this, is the use of various products, injecting them into one of the warts to see if by doing that we can stimulate your body's immune response to reject that wart. And if one goes away, they usually all do. There's products that have been used are variable. They could be the antigen that's in yeast, Candida antigen. Some people use measles, mumps vaccine, but these are in the literature, and I don't believe they're terribly dangerous, but they're a little bit on the edge, and among other things, insurance doesn't always cover the cost of the product, and Candida allergen can cost $300 to $400, so that's not always there. Well, that's just a very simple introduction to the wart world, not Wally's world. It's not a funny, joking matter, but truly, warts do not get respect they deserve. Anyone who has tussled with them, anyone who's had them with the sole of their feet, anyone who's had 7-8 freezing, are really find it no laughing matter at all. And I give them a lot of respect for putting up with the treatments that go on, and usually we do get good results, and I'm happy for them then. And I'm happy for you listening, and I hope that you'll like what we do here and take care of your skin. Signing off, this is Dr. Eric Thomas for you.